What's good, Samurai Gang? It's your boy Sue, and yes, we're back with another video. Y'all, I promise y'all. How strong is Terra 2 in Terra 2 Saitama? Terra 2 Saitama. This gotta be in the manga. And I have been keeping up with the manga, but I haven't been paying attention to everybody. Who's Terra 2? I'm about to figure it out. I'm about to find out who Terra 2 is. Anyway, bear with me, y'all. I'm still trying to get my head around a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I personally don't have time to do in the day, but we're still trying over here, and that's all that matters. Let's check it out.
Terra 2 Saitama. In the One Punch Man universe, Saitama is the strongest, with Saitama breaking his limiter and becoming the strongest being in existence.
Okay.
With Saitama's strength seemingly having no limit, as he can defeat every monster no matter what threat level with just a single punch. Defeating warriors like
I don't know if because he didn't really beat Garo the first time. Like, let's be honest. Like, he didn't beat Garo the first time. No, Cosmic Fear Garo the first time. It took more than a punch to beat him. So, like, if we're being technical, it took a whole like 3-4 chapters for Saitama to even beat Cosmic Fear Garo with God's power. That just shows you the potential. Like, he went through stages to get that strong. And then, like, he got strong. It's just that it wasn't enough. The growth rate wasn't enough for Saitama. So, we about to see. Terra 2 Saitama, I never heard of that.
Universe Boros who can rip apart the entirety of the planet's surface and can even defeat the monster who became a god. As even though Garo reached out for God's hand, he couldn't save him from Saitama's fist. But now we finally get the answer to my question in my Saitama video. Can the creation defeat the creator? Can Saitama defeat God? In the One Punch Man fan manga titled Battle of the Gods.
Why are we using a fanfic version? What? That's nuts. What? Why? Why are we using a fanfic to talk about? That's not canon, right? Are we gonna say, oh yeah, this not canon, so we're not gonna sit here and use it? Like, but let's hear it out.
Or better known as Terra 2, we finally get to see the showdown between the strongest, the human who broke his limiter, versus the god who placed it on him. Within this story, we learn that Saitama's galaxy is one of many dimensions that are connected throughout the multiverse, with each of these dimensions being connected through black holes, with these black holes being stated to be inaccessible to any biological life form. However, there are new beings that have arisen out of nowhere that can travel through these dimensions whenever they want, with them being discovered to be higher dimensional beings, or better known as gods. With these god beings causing destruction throughout multiple galaxies within the multiverse, and one of the survivors travels to Saitama's Earth. She tells Saitama and the rest of the heroes that these god beings are targeting this galaxy next, but she seems to have lucked out, as this galaxy has the One Punch Man defending it, with one of these god beings throughout the multiverse and ends up in Saitama's universe. With Saitama telling him,
didn't that same god get trapped in the moon? Like he's trapped in the moon, just balled up like a baby.
That he will be the one to kill God, using the dimensional stone that is stated to allow.
I don't think it's the god, like the god of everything, but it's probably just a really strong god, not the god. This is probably, like, that's how I see it, at least. I could be wrong, but like, I don't think it's the god, because he did state that there's multiple gods. There's multiple gods targeting his galaxy, right? So I don't think it's the god that's at the pinnacle of the hierarchy that could do all knowing, all powerful, all of that. I don't think it's the god. I think it's just, a really strong god that Saitama has to fight. But if he beats a god, Goku ain't never beat one. Well, let's see. He beat Zamasu, but he's not an all-powerful god. He didn't get to that pinnacle of strength yet. He's never beat Beerus. He never beat any of the angels. He's never beat Zeno. He's never beat... So, like, still, like, even with how powerful Goku is, right? And I try not to use Goku because you know that's the only way I'm gonna understand if we just use Dragon Ball terms because I'm a Dragon Ball fan before anything. If Xenogoku, not even Xenogoku, I said Prime Minister Goku. So Grand Priest Goku, right? I'm not exactly sure how strong he is, to be honest. So I can't really say. We can only speculate.
Biological life forms to travel throughout the stars. They arrive in the presence of God, with all of them traveling to the battlefield, and Saitama looking up. We now get to see the fight for the multiverse begin. Garou and Genos jump into the fight immediately.
At that point, he would be considered stronger than Goku. Like if he's not gonna one-shot God, no. Because like if we're doing the whole cosmology, he's in a higher plane of existence. How can Saitama even fight somebody who's in a higher plane of existence in the first place? Unless like his tier of existence is on another plane. Correct? Alright.
Using their abilities against God, with Garou using his martial arts, the flowing water smashing rock fist, and Genos using incineration cannon at its max power. But it does absolutely nothing. With Genos about to be hit with a head-on attack from God, he is pushed out the way by Saitama, who takes the brute force of the attack. And as Saitama's body hits the mountains in the distance, he looks up and says that this is bad. With Garou and Genos defeated, Saitama knows that he forgot to save his game before switching off the console. With Saitama exploding with anger over the loss of his game progress, he attacks God head-on, with Saitama punching God so hard that he sends him flying into the air. And as Saitama jumps off to finish off the attack, God opens up his face and charges up an energy blast of fire at Saitama. And as God shoots the blast point blank at Saitama, Saitama clenches his fist and pulls out a killer move. Serious punch. With both attacks connecting, Saitama is able to cancel out his blast, and this sends a shockwave throughout the entire world. But that's when God hits Saitama so deep into the earth that he almost reaches the core, with Saitama's single punch leaving his body mangled. And he even admits that Saitama is a powerful life form. Saitama is at the bottom of the earth, smiling that he can finally get serious. God explains that not even fourth-dimensional beings can defeat him, and across the multiverse there are other gods of even higher dimensions with power that...
I knew it! I just finished saying it! I knew it! He can't be the god. He's probably just a really strong god, and that's pretty much it. So like when people say, oh yeah, okay, so he's not even fourth-dimensional... Goku already is a fourth-dimensional being though, so... If Goku can't really... Wow. So let me say, Goku probably can't beat this god? Right? So let me say, Saitama has to be in a higher plane of existence. Has to be. But I'm not sure. I gotta see the full fight.
Not be comprehended, with God seemingly referencing another being, as he says, for him, you are all mere dust, with God going on to explain that the destruction of third-dimensional creatures is quite simple. Only one method is required to decompose all organic matter. This method being the disintegration into one-dimensional matter, as commanded by the gods.
But Saitama can't be higher because he exists in multiple timelines. So like he can't be more than that because there's multiple versions of him. He's not omnipotent. There's not just one version of him and he could just travel through the multiverse in different dimensions and shit. He can go back in time though, because Garou showed him how to. But yeah, like it's kind of confusing. It's kind of confusing, just a little bit, just a tad bit.
And with a wave of his hand, every single being on planet Earth began to disintegrate away.
Oh
and
shit!
With Saitama still within the Earth, he takes a deep breath and jumps to the surface. But at this time, Gar was fighting against God, with them trying to use the Dimensional Stone to finally put him down. However, God was able to absorb the power of the stone, and then asks them, did you really think that a mere space-time stone could defeat a god? Things like space and time are still...
Oh, he's an arrogant one.
He goes on to explain that he's a higher dimensional being that controls all of space and time.
So, I remember distinctively you guys telling me that because a person is in a different plane of existence, a different dimension, you could be at the peak of your dimension and it still won't matter because I'm in a higher plane of existence. So you really can't kill or hurt me because I'm at a higher tier than you. So you could be at the peak of your tier, but because it's still lower than mine, you can't really affect me. So it doesn't really matter. Wow.
With there being 5, 6, 7, or even higher dimensional spaces with even more space-time axes, Earth scientists believe that there are up to 11 dimensions in the universe. However, in the cosmic depths...
You mean probably in his cosmology? Because I've done heard in Marvel and DC that there's like millions and trillions of layers of reality.
In the dark recess beyond human comprehension exists a being of even higher dimensions, capable of bending the universe and all its inhabitants.
Yeah.
At the end of the battle, Garo and everyone else was killed by God. However, arising from the Earth is this galaxy's last stand. Saitama has come back to fulfill his promise to kill God. Saitama launches himself in the air and gets right in God's face. With everyone else on Earth gone, he doesn't have to hold back. So now it's time to let it all go. Killer move. Serious series. Serious punch. Saitama punches God so hard in the face that it makes the entire planet shake, with Saitama grabbing his head and sliding his face across the entire continent. Saitama uses even more strength as he picks up his head and throws him across the entire solar system.
Hey, that's a crazy feat. Hold on. He threw somebody across the galaxy. Nah, I ain't never seen, like, I'm not gonna hold you. That's impressive. You threw somebody across. I ain't never seen no Dragon Ball character throw somebody so hard across the galaxy. I've seen Goku fight across the galaxy, like, in terms of speed, but I ain't never seen nobody, like, his physical prowess is probably higher than Goku. It's actually higher than Goku's. It gotta be. Because I ain't never seen Goku throw a god, a literal God across the universe. Well, not across the universe, but across the galaxy. That's crazy.
God's body slamming into a planet. As God gets up from the rubble, he begins drawing in countless rare minerals from the atmosphere and puts an entire layer of armor around his body to protect himself from Saitama's punches. With God locating Saitama, he realizes that this is no ordinary being. Saitama picks up a dimensional stone, and as God goes to punch Saitama, he winds up his own. And as their punches connect, the entire planet is destroyed. When we see the two next, we see that Saitama is completely fine. However, God's body was completely eviscerated. When God regenerates his body, he sends Saitama to a fourth dimensional space-time array, where time will revert continuously, with Saitama's body reverting back to how it was before his training. However, Saitama realized that the key to getting out of this was speed. Saitama begins to run, running faster and faster, until he eventually surpasses the speed of light and breaks out of the fourth dimensional time array.
That's actually impressive. I'm impressed now. I'm impressed.
When Saitama breaks out, he uses consecutive normal punches and eviscerates God's body yet again. God won't survive. Saitama winds up his last punch. It's over. When Saitama's punch connects, every planet, star, galaxy, and even the entire universe get completely wiped away, and Saitama's...
Bro, he one-shotted a universe. He literally did it. Now, hold on. The conversation now has to be had. Is Saitama at the end of his series stronger than Goku? Listen, I see he one-shotted. He didn't one-shot God. No, he did not beat that man in one punch. No. But his last move put away an entire universe. I ain't never seen, like, and that was by himself. There was no help in it. It was simply his punch. Now, listen, as a Goku fanboy, like as a Goku tard, right? I gotta give credit where credit is due. He probably is stronger now. Cause I ain't never seen Goku do it, because the only excuse I can really say is that because he has control over his powers, he's not trying to destroy anything. But how does Saitama get it back? Does he go back in time and prevent it, or does he does the zero punch method? Like, what does Saitama do to get back the universe?
Stands alone as the victor, as the mortal who defeated God. In the end, Terra 2 Saitama would scale to complex multiversal with immeasurable speed. In the end, I guess we finally got the answer to the question I made in my video. But I guess it was kind of a stupid question anyway, because the question of who would win between this mortal and a god isn't even a question at all, because no god can defeat the One Punch Man. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe.
Yeah. Damn. Well, listen. It's been fun. We've been having this conversation for years. We finally know who's stronger. Yeah, bro, like, it's alright. We were stronger than him for years already. It's been about almost a decade. So we finally got our answer. Saitama, for right now, is the strongest. Yeah, it's been your boy Sue. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, y'all. Peace.